Hello, Alexa. Um, it's been a while, a really long time, and I'm really sorry because I've just been like crazy busy. Um, so hold on, let me get my list up. So I'm going to respond to a lot of things. So I started watching your videos a really long time ago and didn't have time, just had zero time and wasn't able to finish watching them until tonight when I went through and watched every single one. I've been at this for an hour or more because you made a lot of videos. But it's good. No, it's cool. It's good that you're doing it and I wasn't. I'm sorry. Okay. So, I have just Santa Fe St. John's written down on my list. I don't know what that is in reference to. I already told you congratulations for getting in. Maybe it's commenting on how you're going over the summer. Um, how you're going over the summer or something. I don't know. Um, I really don't know. Anyway, so for your IA, I'm sorry that your partner was never showing up and that you had to stay late and that you just had a lot of trouble. That's really really sucky, and that shouldn't happen to anyone, but it happened to you, and I'm really sorry. Um, about your dad coming to school and trying to get your grades and come to the like come to the days whose name I'm forgetting. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. I didn't know about any of that, but that's really terrible, and I'm sorry that he does that, and it's not cool of him at all. And I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Uh, Dreams. Kissing Jessica Kemp. She is a pretty lady. You know, sometimes it just happens. Um, that's really funny. Uh, I mean, it not I just find it amusing. Um, I'm not taking online classes. I will be staying here over the summer. It's only for a month. Basically, my schedule is I have graduation, so I have to stay for graduation, which is the 12th. And then choir does beach week. I'm not going for the entire week. I'm going down on Tuesday. I mean, no, I'm going down on Sunday and leaving Wednesday. So I will get back. What is that? If the Sunday is the 12th, Monday is the 13th. So I'll get back the 15th of May. And then I have to be back down here by the 28th of May for my classes. But that's only a month, and then I'll be back late June. I'll be back late June, and I think we overlap for a few days there, and that's that. And I'm sorry, I don't know. It'll be fun staying, and I'll get classes done, and I'll have friends here, but it'll be sad missing out on things at home. But oh yeah, so my living situation is funny. I don't think you've heard anything about this. Maybe you have. So basically, I'm living with a guy in the Society of Physics students. And by living with him, I mean he has an off-campus house that I am renting a room in for a month and staying with him. It'll be interesting because we'll be sharing a bathroom, but it's it should be fine because there's only two of us. And he has a dog and a cat and a bird, and I'm really excited about that. What else? Honestly, it'll be good. It might be a little bit awkward, but he's cool. And hopefully we, work well as roommate, or housemates, or whatever words. But so yeah, that's gonna be an experience, living off campus. I'm kind of really excited and also really nervous, because I have to, cook for myself, which may just entail a lot of pasta. But I have to cook for myself, and I'll, you know, be biking, hopefully, if I can figure out how to bike. I'll be biking to school every day, and it'll be interesting. Okay, so Lots of things. My friend John is staying for the first session of summer school. My current roommate, Ray Michelle, is staying for the first session of summer school. Danielle's going to be here doing research. My friend Matthew's going to be here doing research. It's really cool because we'll have a lot of friends here. But also, I found out, okay, so there's this guy I've been slightly crushing on. And he was in my philosophy class last semester. And he's a physics major, but he's like a year ahead of me because he did a dual enrollment program in high school and ended up like a year ahead in physics because he's a super smart fancy pants. But anyway, so he's really, really cute. And we just started talking recently, and like we have a decently long conversation every time we run into each other, even if it involves like one of us being late to class. Awkward. And I don't think he's into me, but like, I don't know, he's just kind of cute and fun to talk to. But I found out he lives 7 minutes away from campus, so we can be friends this summer. Which is a little silly. I shouldn't be so excited. I mean, I'm actually not that excited. Like, it was cool when I found out, but it's not that I'm not excited, it's just like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I got like 3.5 hours of sleep last night. That's a whole nother story. This is going to be a long video, by the way. Not as long as your 3-part video, but close. Probably not close, actually. That's a lie. So before I get into everything that's been happening recently, let's see, the movie Stand By Me sounds interesting. I will try and see if I can watch that at some point in my busy life. But yeah, and, I'm sorry your mom, like, wasn't treated well and that she had to quit, but, you know, if it wasn't, like, working out and she wasn't happy, it's good that she quit, I guess. So, I wish her the best of luck with, like, trying to find a job that treats her well, because that's a very important thing to have. Okay, so, the reason I got 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Well, hold on, I have a lot more to say than that. Okay, so let's just start from like 4 weeks ago. So 4 weeks ago, you know, I found out Coco had died. I was like really stressed. I had tons of work. I just had like crazy amounts of work. I had, in the span of the last like 2 weeks of classes, I had 5 papers, seven choir slash schola cantorum, like singing performances, 1 performance of Sitayana that I was in, and 2 tests, and I was just like dying. I was so stressed. I didn't get sleep. I got like 3 hours of sleep, 3 to 4 hours of sleep average a night for that entire 2 weeks, and I lived off coffee, and it was really bad. Don't ever take 18 credits and sign up for as many activities as I did, please. But anyway, so like that was really rough, and then like the semester ended, and I got in all my papers mostly on time, and that was good. And then, you know, it was exams, and I had my physics exam first, my like hardest exam first. Not first, it was like technically second. It was the second day of exams, but it was really, really early in the exam period because we have a 2-week exam period, and we were all hoping for a little extra time to study, but I studied like crazy for that, and yeah. It ended up, I got a 75 on the exam, which put me with a 73 in the class, which our class was doing so badly, so she curved it so much that that 73 ended up being an A-. So I'm okay with it. Like, honestly, that's great. Physics honors is a terrible thing. But anyway, so there was that, and there was, whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, and then I had like a history paper due. So there are like study rooms in our library in SWEM. I don't think you saw any, but they're just like rooms where there's a table and chairs and a whiteboard, where you can study in a group or by yourself. But anyway, so this one guy, like, you can book these rooms online, and this one guy in the choir booked a room for like 170 hours, which you're not technically supposed to do, but he like cheated the system somehow. So anyway, we just kind of holed ourselves up in that room and studied and didn't leave. And after my physics exam, I had a history paper to write, right? So, first, okay, so I had my physics exam, and that day, like, that evening, was our stage combat club party, and I was like helping make a vegetarian dish, except I didn't actually make the vegetarian dish, I just made a cake, which is also vegetarian, so that was good. But anyway, so we were like, I had to go see that party, like I had to go to that party, and we watched The Court Jester, which is my, like, I think is my favorite movie. It's so good and so funny, and the fighting is just really impressive. But anyway, so that was like that, and then I couldn't start writing my history paper until Wednesday. Well, I told myself, like, it wasn't due until 5 at the latest on Thursday, but I was like, I'm not going to sleep until I write this paper, and it took me forever. I wrote it till 5:30 in the morning, like, after Thursday morning, but it, like, was still kind of Wednesday, because I hadn't slept. And then I, like, got 3 hours of sleep on the study room floor, and got up, and, like, went home, showered, edited my paper, watched some Doctor Who to, like, just take a break, edited my paper again, watched a little more Doctor Who, and edited my paper again, and then, like, finally turned it in, and was like, screw this, I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day, and it was great. I'm gonna have to make this 2 videos, I'm sorry. What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. I went thrifting, and got a dress for a 20s party to celebrate the Great Gatsby movie coming out that the choir's having at some point. So that was that, and this is like, alright, so the way my schedule is worked out is like, Friday I had to prepare for the choir banquet, and then I had to get my big a gift, and also study calc a little bit, but like I had to get it, so that took up most of my day, and like Saturday, and then I had the choir banquet, and then I had there was a party after the banquet, and the choir banquet, it was just, we got a catered dinner, and like watched a slideshow and a couple of videos about the year, and it was really great, and then we give the seniors away, so someone in the choir, an underclassman or like a junior, will go up and talk, like give a 3-minute speech about a senior, and then give them a small gift, and that's that. And so I gave away my Big Scott, and I don't know, I thought like it went pretty well. I was really nervous because I had no idea what to say, but like I gave a speech, and he seemed like to really appreciate it, and somebody else was like, oh, that was really good. So I think it was fine. I think I gave him the giving away he deserved, because he's just so wonderful. But he's gonna be an accountant, or he's majoring in accounting. Anyway, so I gave, his small gift was a calculator that I'd like decorated with music notes and written, "Your choir loves you," and like the note that I gave him was like, "For all your adventures in accounting," and it was silly, but it was like kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so he was really sad, and it was sad, because he's not even leaving, he's like gonna be here next semester, but I guess it's still sad because all of his friends are leaving, and it's just hard. But anyway, so there was a party after that, at this girl's house who lives like 15-minute walk away from campus, something like that. So the party was actually a lot of fun, but I ended up leaving early-ish, not early-ish, I left at like 2, because this one guy had like had an entire bottle of wine and some more drinks before that, and was really, really drunk, and then like this other guy was walking home with him, but this other guy was also kind of drunk, and I like didn't want, oh, wait, the other guy who was like walking home with him was Ben, my ex-boyfriend, who were like kind of cool now. It's a little awkward sometimes, but it's not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna try and do this before, I don't know how this is gonna work. But anyway, so I didn't like want to leave, but I knew like this really drunk guy needed to get home, and I didn't quite, like I trust Ben, but not quite enough to the point where, like, I know, because he was also sort of under the influence, so I went with them, and then like this other girl, Sarah, who was pretty much sober, also came with us, because she'd had 2 drinks like several hours before. So we got him home, but he lived in Ludwell, which is like a really long way away, and I got home at 3:30 and or 3:30 and went to bed at 4. And had to be up at 7, but I slept until 7:30 to leave for this day trip to Stanton I was taking with 4 of my friends. And this is, oh my gosh, I have to tell you. So we went to Stanton, which is where the Blackfriar Theater is, and I'm not sure if you've heard of it. You might have. I have no idea. But anyway, so the Blackfriar Theater is they do Shakespeare plays and other plays, but mostly Shakespeare. So we took a day trip to see their matinee performance of Twelfth Night. It was so good. It was so good. And the cool thing about the Blackfriar Theater is that the actors come out and perform songs before and before the play and during the intermission. So there was this one guy who had the coolest guitar. It was so pretty, and it was just, oh, it was so pretty. And then he started playing a violin, and then one girl brought out a cello, and someone else was playing a flute, and there was a banjo, and it was just not a banjo, there was a mandolin or a lute or something. No, there wasn't a banjo, I'm just misremembering. But anyway, that was really fun, and then we stopped by, one of the guys who had organized the trip, we stopped by his house on the way back to Williamsburg from Stanton, because it's a 3-ish hour drive from Williamsburg to Stanton, and his house is kind of vaguely on the way. So we stopped and had dinner there, and his parents are great, and his mom makes the best food. It was so good. But anyway, I had a friend, Connor, who is this guy who sits next to me in choir in our mixed formation. He's really cool. We have sassy conversations back and forth, we're both of the opinion that our song O Shenandoah that goes O Shenandoah, I long to see you, should be sung Shenandoah. So it would go Shenandoah, I learn to assure you. We find it really funny. I don't know why. Because it's funny. I think it's funny. Anyway, so his band was playing at Aromas, and I only very recently discovered that he has a band. Well, I knew he had a band, but I didn't know how awesome they were. And I discovered this, I saw them play at something, and it was they were so good, and so I really wanted to go to this thing at Aromas, and it started at 8, but the problem was at 8, we were still at this other guy's house, and it was a 2-hour drive, so we drove, so we kind of rushed back, and so they could drop me off at Aromas, which, I think, did we go there? Yes. No? I don't know. They dropped me off at Aromas, which is this cafe that, the band, his band was playing at, and I got there for, the last 15 minutes and saw 3 of their songs. But they were really good, and I'm, glad I went. And then everybody, they were going to some party that was, on the ferry, the river ferry, the boat, and I don't know what that was about, and all of my friends were going, hey, are you going? And I'm so tired, I can't. I don't really want to go out on the ferry, too, either. That would be it was just a little much. But anyway, so that was good. And then I bought one of their CDs, but the CD case that I, took from the stack of CD cases that they had with their CDs in it does not have a CD in it. So I'm gonna have to be really awkward and be hey, Connor, I need to grab another CD from you. Because, I paid for it, and I want a CD. And it's just really awkward. I'm just so awkward. It's a problem. But yeah, so that's mostly been my life. I think I got everything. But yeah, I'm gonna be home in 10 days. That is weird. I have 2 exams in a beach week and graduation in that period. Oh, that is so weird. Alright, well, but I'll be home in 10 days, and we should hang out, and Camille texted me a while back, and we're gonna go laser tagging. It's gonna be a thing. And then I will come back here. But yeah, so we'll talk. I kept this under 20 minutes, so less than half of the amount of time your crazy video was a while ago. But I think that's all I have to say, and I'm really sorry for not making a video, but I'm caught up now, and I should be able to keep making the videos until I come home in 10 days, and it'll be great. And I miss you, and you're great, and I love you, and I will see you later.